Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Keystone Bullet 290 BHS bunkhouse travel trailer. You guys picked a cool unit here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, your awning. There'll be plenty of room for that awning to come out. And on your off campsite, it's in right now, but of course your slide. There's plenty of room for your slide to come in and out unhindered. Leave yourself a nice walking path. And then I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way here in the rear. And then your water or docking stations is going to be up toward the front here. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. What you do, first thing you do is level your unit. Now your unit does come with a docking light. Simply retract or extend to raise till you got unit level. Should you lose power, there is a manual override here and a hand crank that'll bring that up and down for you. Speaking of power, check your battery post when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose coming down the road. Once we've got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. And as you see, your unit has power stabilizing jacks. Up here is where we'll control those. I have them all down right now. I'll retract them to show you how quickly they come up. Have them down as they're prepping your unit. What I do want to recommend are stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect those stabilizing jack feet from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Going to keep them from sinking into the ground. Use your 10% off coupon. Grab a 4-pack of those, put them on the ground, and just run these down until they're taut. Remember, we've already got our unit level. All we want to do is stabilize it. Once you feel it's going to lift the unit, stop. Do them in the front. Do them in the back. Got our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, the 30 amp service right here at the back of the unit. Where these new ones go on now, they go on to the left, twist to the right, and then lock your washer on. At the end of that 30 amp service in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 110 adapter. You need to plug in at home. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. On all four, excuse me, up in your docking station here is your city water, fresh water, and black tank flush. We'll start with the city water connect. First and foremost, a water pressure regulator. Water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use that when putting water in here. Hook that up. Hook up your hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's come around to our campsite. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. Once that drain plug's back in there, you can go ahead and turn on that hose. Now if that hose has been on for a little while, go inside, open up your water taps. Once the air is no longer flowing out of those and you got a nice steady flow of water, you can close those taps and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water connection. We're going to go boondocking somewhere. Well, in that case, we need to fill up our freshwater tank. Two ways to tell when this is full. One, first, all you need is a hose. No need for a water pressure regulator. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two on the inside where you press your freshwater tank button. That'll tell you when this is full. Remember, when using this fresh water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit here, starting right here at the docking station. A black tank flush, we'll discuss when dumping our black tanks. Fresh and city water. Your leveling jacks. Here's where you hook up cable or satellite. Here's where you winterize the unit. Winterize and hot water bypass. You have this spray port and an area to run your hoses down through. Your big pass-through storage here. Again, your slide come out. You got a couple dump stations. You have a gray up here in front of your tires, and then behind your tires is your black and gray. Again, your power. There's a ladder for a reason. Utilize it. Go up there and check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed. Maintain your roof. It's going to really maintain the life of this trailer. Your spare tire. Your entry doorway. There's another spot for your spray port. You can use that blue spray hose and run it over on this side. This will give you a separate entryway into your bathroom. Keep everyone from walking in and out of your trailer to use the bathroom. Outdoor kitchen magnets up. You pull this out. Your long hose will tuck right down through here. And find your quick connect. There it is, right over here on the side here, behind your tire. Tuck that back up in when you're done. Make sure your hose gets pulled all the way up in there. Slide your kitchen back. You'll lock that back in there. Your outdoor speakers. There's a flue for your furnace. Two things. One, do not block it. Two, it gets hot, so stay clear of it if you're running it. You can put a TV out here. Backer for a TV right there. Cable in 110. Your water. Hot water heater, excuse me. And up here, the other side of your pass-through storage with your convenience pack. There's the water pressure regulator I was talking about and the amperage reducer. In the front of your unit, the propane does have a cover. Comes on a regulator. Lefty loosely to open. Point it toward the tank you wish to be using. And lastly, you have a battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. And one final thing, solar prepped. You can plug in a solar panel right there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. About covers everything on the outside. Let's go look inside. So now coming up inside your unit, the first thing I like to point out to everyone is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. To your right, coming in the entry doorway is your control panel. This is where you see your brand new battery. This freshwater button is the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Your black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water heater if you're hooked up to gas. Here's where you turn it on if you're hooked up to electric. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Your porch light and your ceiling lights. Here's your slide. We'll run that back in when we're done here. We'll run this awning out. Show you how far to run those out. You see the bottom is white and the top is gray. As you get to the end, you're going to see a white flap come down. Once that white flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your black bar, that's as far as you want to go. Now this will extend further, so keep an eye on it as you're running it out. As I run that back in, let's talk about your thermostat. Let's start by turning on the AC. There's your AC just turned on. Shut that off. You see that shuts off rather quickly. Now as I switch to furnace kicks on. You'll notice when you shut the furnace off, on most units anyway, the furnace takes a little bit longer to shut off than the fan on the AC. To the right's where you raise and lower your temperature. There's your awning coming the rest of the way in. Shut them lights off. Look straight ahead now to your control panel for your breaker box and fuses. Got a ton of 15s in there, a 10, a 20, a couple 40s. Grab a handful of those and have them with you when you go camping. Coming around your island here, you do have a kitchen area, a little pop-up power port. Self-explanatory microwave. You have a fan and light. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. You have a panel light here. Turn that to your light and it'll turn red. There's your flames. Same thing on your oven. Turn that to light. Light it down here and then set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. You can light it from the top here. And your panel light pointing down will give you an oven light. Down here by your oven is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, make sure your battery's disconnected to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. If you're out boondocking, it doesn't plug in charging your battery. You have this safety switch for your fridge while you're traveling. Just went up to grab your TV for you. I'll go ahead and go through the sound system here. Furion AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, CD player. Really nice system. Everything you know about it there. See, safety latch. When you're traveling, make sure you strap your TV in nice and tight. Coming into your bathroom, the only thing I want to mention here is this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. And plumbing. Maintain your plumbing. It's all PEX nowadays. Everything's pretty easy to maintain, but you're bouncing a house down the road. So every now and then open this up and keep an eye on things. Make sure nothing's leaking on you. Above your shower here, you have a hand crank open power exhaust fan. Our bunk areas. USB ports and 110 up there. Your individual lighting. Sofa, of course, just remove those back cushions and this will come out into a bed. Your table will also fold down. Put your back cushions on top of that, and that becomes a bed. All your lighting in here is one touch. A lot of that throughout the unit. USB ports back here. Come back into your bedroom. Just want to mention that you do have USB ports and areas back here. They actually made these available for people to have CPAP machines. Those that don't have a nice storage area. You have a laundry chute and a little bit of storage here underneath your bed. You have a hand crank open vent here, and it is prepped for a TV back here. Mounting bracket in the wall here, 110 cable there. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite. Doors and drawers is what I like to start out with. Make sure all doors and drawers are secure. Your bedroom doors, you want to make sure that these are both snapped back into the open position. Your bedroom door or your closet bathroom door is closed there. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. And I like to come over and shut off my ceiling lights, because then I can look and see if I've left any individual lights on. Just this one. Then I can turn my ceiling lights back. Oops, that's bedroom. Turn my ceiling lights back on. And we're going to bring our glide room in. Again, nothing impeding your slide from coming in. All doors and drawers are closed. Sofa's up into the sofa position. Hit our ceiling lights, exit the unit. Now these steps here, you want to make sure your exterior door is all the way open before bringing these steps in. Otherwise this will catch on it. You'll see how close it gets to it. Bring that all the way up. Turn this so you can lock your steps in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle for travel. At this point, we're going to unhook our cable, our water, our power, and we're going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Then we're going to dump our low point drains. Hooked up to city water, we're going to dump that red and blue there. If we are hooked up to fresh water over under a fresh tank with the blue hose, we'll dump that one. And we're going to come around here to our hot water heater. We're going to lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the rest of our hot water out of there. Once that's done, put that handle back down, otherwise this won't close. Then you can pull that low point drain. Hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now you're going to want to park accordingly. Your dump is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Park accordingly, hook up your 10-foot hose. Now you do have two dumps on this. You have a black and a gray here, and then in front of your tires you have another gray tank. Hook up to this black one first, hook that up, pull that black handle. Once that black handle sounds like it's no longer draining, so after it sounds like that black tank is no longer draining, leave that black tank open. Come up here to your docking station, put the hose at the docking station, again with your water pressure regulator, and hook that up to your tank flush valve. Again, with that handle open, go ahead and turn on the hose. Let that hose run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that black nastiness out of your black tank. Then you're going to come back here, close your black tank. We'll close that black handle and pull that gray handle. That gray handle is going to be cleaner water. It's just sinks in your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out a little bit. And then last, dump this front gray. Again, that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Take that sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in the bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase of this bullet. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.